Hi guys. Welcome to episode 29.8. That's episode 29, Vlogmas Day 8 of A Moment with Miss Dudley. I'm Miss Dudley. And I was just laying here. I mean, it's kind of really late in the evening, so I'm kind of in a unique situation. As you guys know, I'm trying to catch up on my days of Vlogmas. And as I was kind of going about my day today, and I guess here lately, because the days are getting closer and closer to Christmas, and it's a holiday season. By and large, you often hear things about depression, holidays, and suicide, and how they're connected. As you guys know, also, I'm a U.S. military veteran. I'm a war veteran, third generation war veteran, and I've spoken several times, many times, about my struggle with depression. And one thing I've noticed, one thing I've noticed about the depression that I struggle with, I do have my bouts where sometimes I just can't do anything. I mean, and that's partially responsible, like for the times you'll see where there's stretches in between my release of episodes. It'll be 3 weeks between one and the next one. And those are just times where, I just can't bring myself to film. I can't bring myself to do much of anything. And maybe I'll touch more on it. I'll try to separate this too, because one part of me wants to talk about depression, holidays, and suicide, and the other wants to talk about how personally, for me, doing YouTube videos is actually helping me with my struggle, and as a part of a coping mechanism, and it's partly greatly therapeutic for me in my own personal struggle with suicide. Depression. So, how do I do this now? How do I do this? I think I'll go with the YouTube, the latter, where I was mentioning how YouTube is helping me therapeutically with my depression. So we'll go there. Okay. Again, I mentioned that I'm a veteran, a war veteran, and things like that. And I don't know if it's common for anyone else, but I find and am finding that. Oh gosh, hold on. I'm trying to get some power here. Hold on. Okay. I'm finding that with the depression that I struggle with, the not wanting to get out of bed, the not wanting to socialize, the not wanting to leave my home, those get really, really strong. And, not letting light into my room sometimes, not speaking to people much. Of course, that falls into the socializing thing. But one thing that I'm, again, coming to realize is that, YouTubing is helping me. And even the days of Vlogmas filming, where the challenge is to film every day. And even though, I started really late and I'm playing catch up even now, I I find myself motivated to do that. And there's this common cause I have to join my fellow YouTubers in the content communities, like when in Rome, do as the Romans. So I'm doing as the YouTubers, and that motivation of seeing that I've accomplished a goal is one of the motivators in helping to pull me out, or pull me out just enough to show my face. And the thing about it is, I show myself just as I am. Most episodes, I either wearing a bonnet or some type of headscarf where I'm showing my hair just as it is, like it's in its twisted state. It's been really humid. I mean, not humid, but I guess humid lately, and I haven't had my curly fro out, my kinky fro out. I've just had these in. It's setting my hair. It's a protective style, and it's also I'm just kind of protecting my hair. So I don't mean to digress on that, but the point of it is I'm being transparent as I am. And one of the things with depression is you tend to hide, not like hide as in being duplicitous and secretive, but you tend to hide because of the either perceived pressure or the perceived weight of either something that's real, or something that's again perceived, some weight or pressure in your life that's pressing on you, and the exposure to the elements, the exposure to fresh air, of course, has a lot to do with the emotional eating sometimes that comes into play for different people who struggle with depression. Watching YouTube, watching my favorite YouTubers, watching YouTube in general, and the motivation to join them as a community helps me to, again, get out of bed, get out of my shell, get out of that shroud of darkness that comes with the bouts of depression, especially when the bouts are really, really heavy and I'm really, really low. It helps me to come out just as I am. Sometimes I'm not wearing earrings. Sometimes I'm not wearing makeup. Most times I'm not wearing makeup. You maybe catch me after coming from church or, some church event, where I've had to, be all cute to cute, as opposed to just being as I am, again, not wearing any makeup, not having my hair out. It's really helping me, as I said. And I'm not sure if the company YouTube as a whole will ever come across this video, but I just want to thank them for starting this, starting this I don't know, app, program, or whatever. I mean, I'm not being monetized. Again, my channel is way too new, and I don't have the subscribers. I don't have the viewer count to even be monetized. But for me, it's so therapeutic because it gives me the opportunity to get things out, share things with a common community that I would otherwise only get to share, like with my psychologist, my therapist, or my psychiatrist. And of course, there's no stigma that I subscribe to when with the whole notion, idea, and concept of being a person who struggles with depression and being a person who has sought medical attention. I understand that actually mental illness, as they say, and I hate that phrase or that expression because it still has its own negative connotation on it. But again, I proudly, openly, I've shared it, and I know that I'm not alone, and I know that there's nothing wrong with admitting it. I mean, there's freedom in it because you never know who you can help. And when I watch other YouTubers, especially the ones that have admitted also they struggle with depression, and they go into these cycles, but for them, they'll share that they're going to see their counselors, or they're going to see their therapist, or you see maybe, and these are like the females, or you'll go and you'll hear their husbands talk about, my wife lets me go and have my day. I take off and just, spend some hours by myself, and as a Christian, which is the overriding thing for me, I can understand that because everybody needs time to themselves, whether they're struggling with depression or whether they're just a person who's trying so hard to either achieve balance in their lives or to maintain balance in their lives. And whether you're with someone who's of the professional nature and you're venting to them, you're letting off steam, you're getting things off of your chest, or you're weeping, and again, just releasing stress and things like that. I I get the same or very similar opportunity when I make my videos. And again, I just want to thank, platform is the word I was looking for. I want to thank YouTube for this platform because it's freeing. It's freeing. I used to hate the sound of my own voice. Not hate it, but I didn't like to hear myself, the sound of my voice recorded when I was a little girl. I never forget it. But I did not, it wasn't a super big deal because there were so rare of opportunities where I actually heard the sound of my own voice. But as an adult who discovered, that she struggles with depression, I no longer, I'm no longer bothered by hearing the sound of my voice, because when I listen to my voice, I hear my freedom. I hear my self-confidence. I hear, thanks a lot, God and Daddy. We talk about my self-esteem, my self-confidence on another video. But I can embrace my own beauty. I can, even if I'm tired, there are bags under my eyes and I appear tired. Or from wearing my reading glasses, and you guys can see the little bifocal, and I embrace that. And I know that the reward for me, because we all engage in things where we might want a quid pro quo, this for that, and not that we do these videos for any particular thing, although there are many things to gain. People, they're monetized, their channels are monetized, and some people become famous, and things like that. The reward for me is I get a chance to vent, get things off my chest. I get to spark and utilize and operate in my creative ability. And I know that I'm helping someone when I'm sharing what I'm going through. Like the days of Vlogmas, mostly I've been talking about Christmas decorations. I know I'm not the only person in this world who is, decorating their home. I know I'm not the only woman in their 40s who lives with her mother who's older and aging. I know I'm not the only person that's divorced and doesn't have children or living children. I'm not the only person who's had miscarriages. I'm not the only person. So it gives me, again, a sense of, it gives me the opportunity to join the communities that I'm a part of. And, whoever gets this enjoyment out of knowing that they have that company in me, they get that. So again, guys, I just kind of wanted to share just how, in my own little way, how this platform of YouTube is helping me cope with my depression, because I'm not able to get an appointment with my psychologist all the time. I'm not able to leave the house. Sometimes I don't even want to leave the house, and it's a real struggle. He's a great professional. I would not trade this guy for the world, even though from time to time you end up having to trade, not trade so to speak, but you end up getting assigned to a different physician, especially if you're in the VA system like I am. At any rate, again, thank you, YouTube, because this platform helps me, plain and simple. Thank you guys so much for watching. I pray that somehow this video helped you, even if it was just for entertainment purposes. I appreciate the view and appreciate the fact that you gained something from it. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, share, comment, give me suggestions on how I can better my channel. Hit the notification button so you'll know when new videos are available. And don't forget, guys, that your life can change in a moment and in the twinkling of an eye. So don't forget to take advantage of every moment that the Lord gives you guys, okay? Merry Christmas, God bless, take care, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Happy Vlogmas, guys, okay? Bye.